Party people in the place to be, live from 58 Dream Street. James with Games. Happy Sunday. Thedev in the house. Hail Stimpinski. All right, and anyone else who's here who hasn't typed in the chat, like Cedric, who now has. Hello, Cedric. Well, this is the question. This is what I'm going to try to understand. Is the avatar still magic? Can the avatar become magic again? That is our agenda today in session 6 of our Ultima 7 Serpent Isle playthrough. I accidentally, while getting ready here, clicked on Ultima 7 The Black Gate. You can see how someone would make that mistake. In my GOG Galaxy library. And I was startled to find that my total playtime, according to that, was like 97 hours. I don't think the playthrough took that long. I hope. Because I know this one's longer. I'm pretty sure that that's a misimpression created by me forgetting to close the game at least once and leaving it on for 24 hours or more. Who knows? Maybe we'll just be playing Serpent Isle forever. At least it puts off pagan, right? You got to take the good with the bad. So yeah, let's fire it up. I know I often say this and I rarely follow through. This might be a shorter session. Because I always turn my own headphones down because I've been using them for a different purpose. I've been playing Darkest Dungeon 2 on my Switch. And so that's something I can play in bed before I fall asleep. But only if the sound is in here and not keeping Danielle awake. So when last we left our hero and his companions, they're all heroes. When last we left our heroes, they were here in Moonshade. Seems like a nice place so far. They have automatons, including this one. She's like the data of an automaton. She's actually got a personality. The other ones are pretty standard robots. The story with the robots, with the automatons, is not that the people of Moonshade, which is where we are, City of Mages, can make them, but rather that there's a guy here in this city. Hello, puppy dog. Can we pet the dog? Good pup. He agrees. He says, "Arf woof." Oh, we should find out what's the starving factor. Nobody's hungry yet. I'll take it. So yeah, here in Moonshade, there are some who won't even speak to us because we are mere mundanes. We don't have any magic. The Avatar normally can do magic, but of course, in the teleportation storm, he lost track of his spellbook. Now, two things could be the case here. A, the goal. This is a weird place. Because this goblin maid is inert, will not speak to us. We learned about the person who lives here. Perhaps I should look at my notes while I do the recap, in case there's more to be said. Let's see. Boom. I didn't write down the name of the Ice Witch, but I know somebody mentioned her to me. I think she might be on the council. I gotta take better notes. At any rate, we've been going around. In addition to the mages, there are rangers who basically act as the police force for Moonshade. And so yeah, one possibility is that we have to find the Avatar's missing spellbook. Another possibility is that here's the thing. There's one spot on this island where we found a ruined book. So what if, alternately... Ooh, awesome. That's exciting. We just finished our slightly longer than a year Numenera campaign. Is there someone sitting here? No, that's just a table. Oh yeah, I remember. This is where the scary witch, whose name was... Oh man. Okay. Start taking more thorough notes. I have too many different... Rotulencia, the sorceress. So it's possible, given that I have found a ruined book that could be the Avatar's spellbook destroyed. It's also possible that the idea is to learn magic anew, learn it the Serpent Isle way. We have learned that there is a teacher, a Magister, with the peppy sounding name of Fedibiblio. So where's this Fedibiblio? I don't know. I don't think he's here. The people here are arrogant and won't speak to me. Because I'm too mundane for them. Like, look. Hello there. I am sorry, but thou hast mistaken me for someone else. Thou couldst not possibly be speaking to me, as I am a mage, and thou art merely a mundane. Such an impudence, he says. I feel like you're the impudent one. You're talking to the Avatar, buddy. The great hero of, a place I shouldn't mention, because the people in the Serpent Isle hate Lord British and his, and the Kingdom of Britannia. So, yeah, I'm wondering, can I find the school? Who's this? Oh, that's my guy. That's Elo. Apologies, Elo. I still picture you as a much younger, blonder man. So as always, the narrow view window of this game is a little tricky because we want to find the school wherever it is. And I don't know. I think most of the rangers are generic. And then we have Julia, the leader. We meet again. Yeah, this strange wine. Yeah, we can't... I don't know if it's just this is not one that you can return. Because one of the various strange objects that's been teleported into the Avatar's inventory in exchange for something he, wants, meant to bring with him to the Serpent Isle, is this bottle of ice wine. They recognize it. It's from their vintage. But they don't take it back and exchange it for anything. I don't know what's up with that. Okay. I also don't know. I guess we have some local woods that are within the city walls. So I'm going to explore within the city walls. Or alternately, is the idea there's only a southern wall? Ah! Little dragon dudes. Another exciting Ultima 7 battle where I pressed the C key, and a few minutes later it told me that I won. Ooh, here's a strange tower. Well, maybe that's the way they do things back in Britannia hundreds of years ago. But apparently now, either because it's the Serpent Isles or because times have changed, yeah. Also, it used to be that my friends, some of my friends, my companions, could themselves help out carrying the burden of spellcasting. Okay, come on. There's got to be a school building somewhere. I guess there doesn't have to be, but it would be nice. This is a very large building. But it's the inn, isn't it? In it. Yeah, is it like a situation where is it like with the automatons? Like, there's a supply of ancient spellbooks, and we don't know how to make them. But we know how to reassemble them. Or is it more of a... Okay, I'm just running in circles, getting nowhere. Where is this Fedibiblio in his school? Is it this building? No. Been in here. I guess, you know what I should be using as my mental reference here? Oh, wait. Will you tell me the name of the person who lives here? And whether it is Fedibiblio? Come on, talk to me. No. I am the servant and protector of Stefano. If thou dost not belong here, my lord, I must ask thee to please depart. I cannot help thee, etc. This is generic dialogue. I won't read it all. All of the no personality automatons say the same things. No, this is where the people are too arrogant to talk to me. Is the school in the basement? No, of course not. Door's locked. What's this? Excuse me. Tell me who's your boss? It's the seminarium. Brilliant. Brilliant. I do have concerns here, Mr. Automaton, so thank you. This doesn't seem like a great... Call the Rangers. We're here for a reason, man. Real homeowner association automatons. These automatons are definitely on Nextdoor. Ah, thou must be a seeker after knowledge. I am the mage Fedibiblio, and I serve as the Magister of Moonshade. Oh, you're the Magister. That's cool. I put you down as a teacher in my spreadsheet here, but that's a cooler name. So Shumino, update our logbook. So you're the Magister. That dost not know what the Magister does? The Magister is the director of the seminarium. 'Tis the only school for mages in the entire land. One of my functions is to find gifted children for the school. When they are located, I bring them to the school. I was appointed as Magister for life. For life? How about that? So you run this whole seminarium forever. The seminarium is unique in all the land. For all mages are welcome to come here and study our records concerning spell research and magical activity. Any mage can study here in safety, knowing that this place is a sanctuary from violence. Passing travelers also stop here to access our library. Oh yeah. Travelers, you say? Like, maybe this guy's wife? They're not the first to be attracted to our facilities. In recent days, two memorable visitors. Arrogant fat guy and a woman who looks way too young to be married to this dude. At first, there was the scholar Gweno, and we could not help her much, as her interest was in historical matters. I suggested she consulted the library on Monk Isle. Less agreeable was the visit of the mage Batlin. He appeared to be most interested in the ancient inhabitants of this land, the Ophidians. Indeed, one might say he was obsessed. How about that? But otherwise, you're just bringing children here. I hope that's like a consensual deal. A young, untrained mage can be quite dangerous. Therefore, these children must be brought to the seminarium, for their own safety. For instance, take the young Freli. His father was a shopkeeper. What could a merchant teach his son about the magical powers? Taking care of students is a tiring but fulfilling duty. A young Freli shows much promise, and Andrio is almost ready to graduate. Oh yeah? So how's this Andrio? Tell me more. Andrio had quite a bit of a youthful enthusiasm, and I find that most refreshing. But I do wish he would use a bit more caution in his experiments. And Freli's got promise, but I guess not about to graduate. I must confess that Freli is my favorite student. He is most brilliant, but the unfortunate thing is that he knows this. Sometimes I feel that he is simply too smart for his own good. How about that? The mind is questing again. What should we speak of now? Well, how are things here in Moonshade? Since thou art a visitor, I will explain a few things to thee. Moonshade is a city of mages and for mages. It is ruled by the adepts and served by the lesser mages. There is a lower class, the mundanes, but some of them are skilled as artisans. So, yeah, the adepts. The three adepts are the most powerful wizards in the city. They compose the Council of Mages, which governs the city. One of the adepts serves as a MageLord. Currently, A Filbercio rules as Lord of Moonshade. I've heard bad things about this Filbercio. The other two adepts are Gastaccio, the green mage, and the red sorceress, Rotaluncia. Righto. So yeah, Filbercio. Any kind of anything gross about him? He comes from a long line of mages. Filbercio is well respected and is known as a shrewd administrator of city affairs. In a private, though, it is said that he is something of a womanizer. But he's good at politics. And when dealing with the magic in this city, everything in this city is political. And when dealing with the politics, Filbercio is the master of the game. I dare say, he would be a force to be reckoned with, even if his actual magical skills were not good enough to make him the MageLord of Moonshade. Right. But he's a womanizer. And do you mean that he's always out there, seducing women with his charms? Or is it something much creepier than that? Filbercio doth have a flaw. It is that he can be distracted by a pretty face. It doth not hurt if that face belongs to a woman who is also a powerful mage. The trouble is that it doth not deter him if that woman is already betrothed to another. Oh, perhaps I have said too much. Say no more, say no more. Remember always, a knowledge is a power. Righto. And then you have lesser mages. These are citizens who have pursued some sort of magical education, although they know a few spells. They were not able to become adepts. Most become rangers or apothecaries. Right. Then we have some skilled artisans. These are basically mundanes who possess some skill that is valued in the society of mages. Artists, writers, musicians, metalsmiths, that sort. But you call them mundanes. Ah, these poor souls live in a dark little world, where magic is merely another powerful natural force that affects them, which they desperately try to adjust to or withstand. Most of the mundanes are born here eventually leave. They settle in phone or monitor, and this is better for them. So you told me about Filbercio. What's the story with this Gustaccio? He is Filbercio's chief rival for the position of MageLord. Gustaccio is extremely hardworking and devoted in his studies and practices of the magical arts. He is a respected citizen, although there are those who do not like him. He tends to have a rather severe personality. Now, Gustaccio hath thrown himself into his studies of the phenomenon of the teleport storms. It hath become his obsession. Doesn't it seem like it should be the research focus of all the mages? Like 24/7? Is this not a big enough emergency that we can put aside our private research interests? And I've had some weird interactions already with this Rotaluncia. Trust me, she is someone thou dost not wish her to cross. That was the impression that I got from her. Anyway, have you seen my spellbook? Or do you have a spellbook I could have? Bring me 3 fresh mandrake roots, and I shall let thee have a spellbook. The roots are found on the Monk Isle. Okay. Yep, we're playing Ultima. Bring me 3 mandrake roots, found on Monk Isle. Okay, so and I will grant thee a spellbook. Okay. This is not a sufficient number of roots with which to make a spellbook. Return to Monk Isle, and when again thou comest, bring 3 roots of the mandrake. Okay. Well, we have a quest, and in fact, I should add it to my master list of quests of quests. I'm not intruding. Man, these automatons. Okay. So the problem here is that I'm not 100% sure if I can get to Monk Isle right now. Hello. Hello. I am Andrea. I never meet outsiders. Could thou tell me all about thy travels and adventures? Well, yeah, I've had some adventures, man. Do you have hours? Yes, yes. I would very much love to hear about thine exciting adventures. This guy's got he looks very modern. Like you can tell that he's wearing like an old-timey shirt, but you get very little of it in the picture. His hair looks very just like a dude. While studying magic, I have so little time to plan any expeditions of my own. What about magic? I'm working to become a great master. Someday I hope to be as great as a Master Fabercio. But less gross, right? Of course, I know that level of expertise will take some time. But I have the discipline. Just ask Affrelli. He will tell thee I do. Righto. But you want to go on expeditions? Well, I'm hesitant to admit how little I have seen of the land. Unlike thee, I am not an experienced traveler. There's so little I know about my surroundings, and save how to manipulate them with magic. I have no knowledge of what it is like to face danger daily. Certainly nothing so grand as that which thou dost to meet frequently. Keep an eye on the clock here for Abra's lunch. In a comparison, my life is filled with boredom. Boredom? Yesterday, I saw Tarisio leave his house at 9 in the morning, same as always, and run into one of the food vendors. I was positive Tarisio was about to transform her into a frog or some such, but instead, he gave no more than a rude chastising. Right. What was he chastising her about? Tarisio is not very friendly. I have heard he bears ill will for many things, and doth not often forgive transgressions. I hope never to cross him, for I could not endure his enmity for very long. Thou, too, shouldst walk with care, if thou dost ever need his aid. Pray no such a bad feelings exist between thee and he, or he will offer nothing. Sounds like a real jerk, this Tarisio. He is an adept mage who commands the powers of life magic. Someday, when I am less afraid of his coarse manner, I plan to ask for his assistance in my transmute flesh to wood spell. I am told he hath done something similar with stone before. Okay, but why are you trying to learn to transmute flesh into wood? Yes, my lord. The spell will change a warrior's skin, making it as tough as wood. This way, a warrior will require less armor to deflect blows, but be way more flammable. My greatest obstacle right now is how to permit the fighter to move once his flesh has solidified into the wood. Yeah, that seems like it would be a problem. And Tarisio has turned people to stone? Is that what you're saying? Frelli is researching a spell like mine, but involving stone instead of wood. The patrons at the Blue Boar suggested we contact Tarisio about transforming such things, because his arcane emphasis involves matters of life, including changing flesh to other materials. Oh yeah. What are your thoughts on this, Filbertio? He is the MageLord of all of Moonshade. There are rumors that no mage hath lived who was more powerful, not even the Mad Mage. The Mad Mage? His name is Erstrom. He was one of the founders of Moonshade. However, our instructors claim he slowly became insane as his power grew. Eventually, he left the city to be far away from his fellow spellcasters. They tell us the same could happen to us should we seek too much power too soon. I wonder if that is what caused the other two mages to flee to the Mountains of Freedom. Goodness, I hope that doth not happen to me. 2 mages? I remember not their names, but they had a reputation for conducting unusual experiments, especially with reagents. Someone once told me they were always searching for more powerful components to assist in their magics. And then they went to the Mountains of Freedom. They lie to the north of the island. I have heard that the caves there are filled with the rare mineral known as Stoneheart. I am sure someone as brave as thou art will go there someday and discover whether the legend is true. Please promise to bring the tale whenever thou dost return from such a grand excursion. Thou wilt tell, wilt thou not? Yeah, of course. Excellent, my lord. I cannot wait to hear further tales of thy journeys. So you get along good with this Frelly kid? He is my companion and fellow student. We have been friends for a very long time. And his mastery of magic is almost as great as my own. Almost! Well, better! Thou art a mad. Okay, come on. Come on, kids. Stop bickering. Quite right, my lord. I am sorry. Ah, yes, my lord. I too am truly sorry. How else may I help thee? See you later, pal. Hey, Frelly. Little boy. Art thou the great hero from a distant land? Oh, my name is Frelly. I am glad to meet thee. Some have called me a hero. I try to remain enlightened in the virtue of humility. I know thou hast participated in many daring exploits. Oh, I so want to hear about everything. Life is so dreary here. This is definitely a Ron Weasley type. I have nothing but my study of magic to interest me. Yeah, I am from a distant land. I have heard thou hast travelled a great many miles to come here. When thou hast the time, I would love to listen to stories of thine homeland. Yeah. So you find it dreary here? Why, nothing ever happens here in Moonshade. At least, nothing to match thy fascinating activities. I would wager not even Filbercio has seen as much as thee. Yeah, I'd wager. For sure. What do you think of Filbercio? The MageLord? He is the greatest of all wizards, or so I have heard. He rules with a kind but stern hand. Of course, I would not count on his friendship were I to be seen with his lover. But that's not likely to happen, right, kid? Because that would be problematic for a whole number of reasons. This is but rumor, my lord. However, it hath been said that he is seen late at night in the presence of the Mistress of Cold, Frigidazzi. Frigidazzi. The Mistress of Cold. So maybe we swing by her home at night. It might be jumping the gun, but it does seem obvious that at some point I want to get sentenced to the Mountains of Freedom. So yeah, you're here studying. Well, I certainly love magic and all, but it's taking too long. I have been learning for years. Thou wouldst think me a master at this point. No, that's not how it works. I do not believe it fair. That traveler needed no tutelage. He simply paid Tarisio and was off. Oh, the traveler, you say? I had not the chance to meet him, but those who did called him Batlin. Hold on, I should be adding these two. Frelly and Andrea. Yeah. Like, how did they... I mean, obviously, they put a lot of pressure on her to become an ice wizard. Or maybe she changed her name. Maybe her original name was, like, Cinder Sparks. She was like, I won't be a pyromancer. I don't want your life, Dad. But those who did, they called him Batlin. He was not here long, and left in a rush, but I overheard that he purchased spells from Tarisio. Hey, that's Tarisio. He a real jerk? Tarisio can be quite mean, I have heard. Andrea's afraid of him, I know that. I am not. But you already told us you were. Yes, thou art. 'Tis a lie. Besides, thou art afraid of him as well. That is not at all true. This kid's eyes burn a hole through you. Why, Andrea will not even pass his house before 9 in the morning. What's significant about that? That is when he leaves his laboratory to go into the city. Is there something I want to go in and steal from Tarisio? I remember talking to Tarisio and then reloading for some reason because I felt like I had jumped the gun on talking to him. I don't know. What do you love about magic? I mean no disrespect, my lord. I find it a most fascinating topic. I could spend days creating brilliant flashes of light, moving stones with my mind and summoning animals from a nothing. 'Tis the arcane art that keeps mine interest in daily life. I simply want to be further along in my studies. Don't race to grow up, man. One day you'll be saying, oh, when I was a kid, I had all the time in the world to just study magic. Now here I am at the magic factory. 'Twas found... tell me about Moonshade. 'Twas founded several centuries ago, my lord. Legend holds that the Mad Mage himself journeyed from a faraway place, arriving here and laying claim to the land. Oh yeah? What do you think of this Mad Mage? His true name is Erstrom. He is called the Mad Mage because he fled the city many years ago to leave behind our civilization. No one truly knows why he left, but some who were there claim he made references to the townspeople's petty bickering. Righto. Well, take it easy, kid. So long. Smell you later. Okay. So despite what I just named the save game, I'm wondering if what I should actually be doing is talking to Captain Hawk and seeing if there's any chance that he'll take me perhaps to Monk Isle. I can also, of course, get to Monk Isle by dying. Do I have an item that teleports me to Monk Isle that I don't remember? I might. At any rate, what I should do right now, while it's in my mind, is open up the paratexts. Get the map and the so on. The map, the manual, the quick reference card. Tried to avoid updating Acrobat on my computer so that it wouldn't add the AI assistant. But I've failed. You can't hold out forever. So now every time I open a PDF, it's like, do you want me to summarize this for you? No. I'm an adult. I'll read it myself. Monk Isle is so close. In theory, we should be able to just swim to it. But I don't think that's how it goes down. Okay. I am pretty sure that I checked the whole perimeter. What time is it? Poor Clippy. So widely hated, even though now in hindsight we can see that he was less horrible than other possibilities. But ultimately annoying as hell. I don't mean to. I'm not a Clippy defender or anything. Okay. Is there any way into the dungeon besides being punished? Oh. Maybe. But it is locked. Ah. Oh. No, that is a skull. Jeez. I don't know what that place is. In fact, what is this place, period? Just places where... Oh, I guess it's just some mundanes live here. Wait, is there a person here? Oh, here's the rat lady. She's supposed to be living in the sewers, according to her dialogue. I haven't found any sewers on that note. Oh, no. Oh. Quick reminder of the three-dimensionality of this game engine, which is used exactly once in the main quest of Ultima VII, the Black Gate. And is also necessary to get to the cheat room, which I did have to use because of a game-breaking glitch that wouldn't allow me to acquire a major quest item. So I'm thinking probably that formal entrance is the only way in. But we'll run the perimeter. Maybe I'll see something else on the way of interest. I know there's this creepy contraption here. And a ruined spell book next to a spent candle. We can open this thing up, but why would we want to? Ooh, great question, Stimpinski. Well, let's bring back some turn-based combat. Turn down the respawn level. And this is one of those things that's probably too niche, and nobody would agree, nobody, it wouldn't be market wise. I like typing in the keywords. There's another one. Like, I think at the heart of it, like, the ideal Ultima game fuses the tightness of the design in Ultima 5, from like combat to economy to inventory management, with the good parts of the looseness of Ultima 7 design. The fact that every object is a thing, and you can move them around, and you can have them interact in interesting ways. Yeah, like simplify. Like, I think I think the sweet spot was probably Ultima 6 for food. I don't know. There's something to be said for just a generic, you have this much food, like just a numerical value of food that you have. Or even like, okay, we look through this and we're spying back on the sleeping bull. Ooh, there's a scroll here. Oh, I hear Abra, and she is correct. It's her lunchtime. Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. Back again. Yes, I see your additional comment there, Stavinsky. Vision range is definitely a shortcoming here. Bothers me less in Ultima 5 because that's an iconographic display where it's the scale is much broader. I also think there's something to be. I see the charm of the single scale world, but I think there's something to be said for just, you know, loading a separate area for the towns, because the scale becomes kind of ludicrous, right? We have all these cities that are very, very small in practice, and then the distance between, like, you can run between them. Huh, it's a scroll of the Fire Ring spell. I guess I'll take it. Because presumably, when I have a... Okay. Oh, there we go. What a weird, narrow staircase. Presumably, when I have a spell book, I'll be able to add scrolls to it. Oh yeah, just run around, see if there's anything going on. Who wants it? My finger is ready on the C key. Yeah, the thing is, at the icon-based scale of Ultima 5, like, I guess the less fully represented the world is, the more you can go like, you know, this is representational. You can imagine there are more people and more buildings. It's only showing us the key things. But once the game is like at this scale where it's like every single thing is a discrete object and you can collect them all, you know, you can keep track of where they are. The game will keep track of them for you. We've been in this place before, I believe. Can't we go through broken doors? I guess not. Well, perhaps sometimes we can. Yeah, so this place is creepy. I've been here before. Did I find nothing down here? Ritual blooding device. Rotting arm. Yikes. Coffin. Is that a switch? No, it's a broken column. Well, close the coffin anyway. But yeah, rotting skulls. What is this horrible place? This is a mounted human head? Jeez. It's interesting that none of the townspeople are like, by the way, you might come across a... Yes, that would be helpful. I don't mind. Oh, impertinent replay. We don't need cheap viewers here. This is a classy joint. Ooh. Thank you, Thedev. That particular individual, according to the heads-up display over here, was a potential ban evader. Which makes sense. Because I imagine... Yeah. That's the sales pitch they should be doing. Really expensive viewers. But they're just great. The thing that really always baffles me, I don't know, I've said this many times, about the sales pitch is, if you're having the bot show, like, why doesn't the bot follow you when it shows up? To be like, hey, this is a serious offer. Okay. Relocate the blue boar. Talk to Captain Hawk. See if there's... Wait. Here's the thing I ought to... I do and I don't. Like, I know of it, and I read about it in a fair bit of detail once, although I've forgotten most of those details, but some of them will probably be jogged in me. I remember you mentioned it recently. I think because you were put in charge of learning the rules. That's certainly a job that I'm familiar with. Okay, no. I cannot just use the Hourglass of Fate to teleport to Monk Isle. Okay. Captain Hawk? Oh, no. Sorry, Master Artisan. Nice. Captain? Ah, pleasure to see you again, James. So what can I do for you, lad? Well, we'd like to leave the island. Not on my ship thou won't. 'Tis too dangerous to sail these waters in these storms. If thou dost want to travel elsewhere, why not speak to the mages? Pardon me. They know how to magic themselves for short distances. And I've heard it said, old Erstam the Mad Mage can travel anywhere he pleases. Ugh. Yeah, I don't like the sound of that. A companion app can be a nice thing, but I feel like you should charge as little for it as you can. Otherwise, you're literally saying, like, hey, we've made a game that's like, you know, it's going to be frustrating for you to try to keep track of. Pay up, please. Okay. Captain Hawk's taking us nowhere, it seems. who have I not spoken to? Well, I haven't spoken to the Ice Witch, Frigidza, or whatever. But I don't know. I might have to crash her affair with Filibercio. Then again, that might be a bad plan. I don't know. Is there any value in speaking to Rotaluncia? Rotaluncia is not here. The Naga, who looks like a Lamia to me. But maybe I've just been misled by other video games. But to me, when I think of Naga, oh, the telephone's ringing. I bet it's Danielle asking me to help her ring in the groceries. Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. And we're back. Okay. There was a time on the now long ago note, Stimpinski, of a companion app where when we started doing Friday Night Forgotten Circles, which is a forgotten show, I'm embarrassed by the production value, so I never put it on YouTube. When we started doing that, I started using the Gloomhaven companion app. Actually, no, that's not true. I used the Gloomhaven companion app right from the start. And it was great. It was third party. It's just fan made. All right, I'm going to just pile in the pastries. Do my best to keep the avatar vegetarian. And the rest of them, for whatever reason, just aren't hungry. So I'm not sure if I have missed some major NPCs that will talk to me. I hope so. I must have missed something. I know there's going to be some enemies up here, right? A little camp of bandits. We've defeated them. It was not difficult. I'll take some arrows, I guess. And it was a great little app. And then, the weird new reagents. Is this game gonna have a new reagent system? I don't know. Yeah, and then Cephalifera Games basically told the guy before Frosthaven came out, they're like, we want you to do the Frosthaven app, but we want it to be official. And then they started telling him and you got to change it like this and this and this. And he was basically like, yeah, I'm not really interested in being forced to be a second party developer here. So he just discontinued it. You can't even get Gloomhaven helper anymore. So that was a bummer. But ultimately, when it came time for Frosthaven, instead of getting whatever official companion app they now use, I figured out a way, not necessarily the most efficient possible way, but I figured out a way. Can we ring this bell 3 times and summon a boat? In which country lies Batman? I'm not sure I even understand the question. My gut is to just say America, but feels like there has to be some kind of trick going on here. I'm hungry again. Four options, okay. Yeah, Avatar. Avatar's. Oh man, chill. Are the rest of them hungry? No. Somalia, Laos, Turkey, or the Marshall Islands? I'm going to say Turkey. But I'm not sure why, and I'm interested to know where this is going. Or where it's coming from. See, correct. Okay. But why? I'm totally willing to believe that I was right. Aha. That was actually kind of why I was making the particular guess I made. Was that my mind told me maybe this is a place. I mean, that's where I would look for it first. Although you never know when you're going to get into a situation like Kansas City, Missouri. One state over from the state of Kansas. What have I opened this up for? Oh, to find out the time. It's 9:50 p.m. I see no sign of Filbertio or Frigidizza. The goblin will not speak to me under any circumstances. This door remains locked. I feel like I shouldn't just be breaking into her home. Should I kill some time and see if they're there? You know, are they waiting for the midnight hour? That kind of deal. Also, do any of these other folks come home at night? Is this me again? No. Now the team is hungry. Great. Let's go inside. Get the food bag out, buddy. Oh, yikes. Or is this because we have more food, but we haven't been storing it properly? Oh, no. That's not food. Well, we have lots of money, if it comes to it. And we haven't really done anything, so we could always go backwards. Ooh, what a tempting key. Just floating right there. There's a brush. If Mariah is here, I haven't found her. But I also haven't received any reference to her that would make me think she is in the Serpent Isles. That. Yeah, AI bots. Good way to save yourself effort, I suppose. With the caveat that they produce bad results. Okay. How am I going to get off this island? Probably have to wait until daytime to talk to some more people. Meanwhile, I do want to find out if this Filbertio is going to show up to this Frigidizza's place. Oh, is that me again? I mean, I am only eating pastries. We have to get somewhere with light. Oh, let's go to the Blue Boar. Assuming they're still open. You gotta take it easy on the AI. All it knows is that it's found certain strings of characters in its data. Can easily be caught off guard when those are lies. I am the servant and... Oh, whoops. No, this is not the automaton with the personality. You know what? Can we just talk to Rocco directly? No, that's the master artisan. Rocco? Rocco? Yes, I am hungry, Rocco. That's so good to see thee again, my lord. Always good to have visitors. I bet. We need food. Ooh, Thedev has a brainless AI story. What do we have an appetite for? Some honey cake. I'm going to try to fill up. Yeah, okay, I'll pay for it. Yeah, we agree on the price. I'm always reluctant to haggle. All it's ever done for me. Yes, we should get some food, like some fish, I guess. 22 guilders. Sorry, buddy. We'll just have to try to find a cow we can murder. Can I fill up on honey cake, or do I need to bite the bullet, just accept that this is a game? Oh, yes. Now I get it, Thedev. That should have been clearer. All right, 2 more cakes. There's probably a variety of problems with the strategy of trying to subsist only on cake. Although hopefully the game's not modeling nutrition that thoroughly. Okay. Find Frigidus' quarters once more. Is anything going on? No, it's like, is this a weird shaped banana? No. $11:39. Well, maybe they meet here in the midnight hour. Or maybe I should... Oh, wait. There's another door here that is also locked. Should have expected it would be locked. I bet the goblin would object if I were to open it. Does this guy ever come home? Does the hourglass work at night? Probably not. No. Okay, it's the midnight hour. The maid seems to have gone to sleep. Good for her. But yeah, otherwise, I don't think we want to be... Oh, you know what? Maybe it'll be fun. Why don't I just save so that it can be non-canon? I wonder if we can pick some of the locks and burst in on them having an affair. Don't know why we would necessarily want to do that. Shimino, I noticed with some dismay you've ditched the food bag? That's not good. Oh, no, that's Dupre. Jeez. Things aren't looking great in the food bag. Yeah, magic locks. 'Tis strange that did not work, he says. Okay, jeez. This has not been a super productive quest so far, session so far in the quest. Yeah, Shimino, I get it. You're very, very clever and ironic when I click on the sundial in the dark. Boom, ba-da-doom, doom. All right, let's go to bed. Get up in the morning and then see if there's some other way off of this island. I feel like if it was a soft lock to come to this island too soon, that would come up when I had quickly searched for famous soft locks. So I feel reasonably confident that I'm not trapped forever. And I did confirm the get taught magic anew rather than finding the old spellbook theory. Is it me? It's me. I'm going to wait until he says I must eat. No, you know what? I have these two stupid honey cakes. I might as well eat them and then accept that I'm not going to get by on pastry. This town is going to drive me to meat eating. And this place is locked. Which is frustrating. It's the biggest place. But okay. How else might I... The gondola you can only get to through that place. And then over here is just this... Well, this part's clearly an apothecary. Selling potions. Can we just steal Captain Hawk's ship? Doesn't seem like the most virtuous way to solve this problem. Have I been to this place? Yes. Because this is Turissimo's shop. Okay, let me save again. And see if I remember... Why did I feel like it was bad and I should reload after talking to this guy? I am Turissio, a mage of Moonshade. I'm not a sociable man, so this will be brief. What dost thou desire of me, and at what price? Something about stockings? I shall be frank with thee. I want these stockings to protect the honor of the woman I love. These stockings rightfully belong to my lover Columna, but they were stolen by the bandit Stefano. I neither know nor care how thou hast come into possession of them, but I must have them from thee. Oh, right, because he would give me a spell, but he'll just laugh at me and not do it. Oh, another ban evader. What a jerk. Okay. He no longer wants to tolerate my company. Does that foreclose on talking to him again? Okay. So, when I have a spell book, go back to Turissio, because I can give him the stockings, and in exchange, receive the thing. I assume this door is locked. Oops. Yeah. Neither of these people will speak to me, for I am too mundane. What about this big greenhouse building? Have I been in here? Have I spoken to a person in here? I think I have. Or maybe I have not. Ooh, there's a secret there's a basement back. Oh, yeah, this guy. I've spoken to him before. Maybe not. A pleasure to meet thee, I am certain, but I have no patience for idle tongue-wagging. Forgive me, but this is an absolute waste of time when there are other matters which are pressing. Okay. This guy doesn't want to talk to me. Does he mind if I find my way into his secret basement? He might not. His Naga certainly seems to. What is this scroll? It's just another spell. Oh no. Is this place a trap? No. I was just thinking with the wrong spot. Okay. Hopefully he doesn't mind that I killed the Naga he summoned. Or Lamia. Who's this guy looking at? Looks like part of the goblin encampment. Back on the mainland. Hey, he's got an arboreum here. I'm hungry again. Alright, explore the southern reaches of the island below the wall. Not sure there's going to be anything, though. Well, I can see if I can just hijack Captain Hawk's ship. Oh, almost certainly not, because he docked it by, like, running it aground. Hey, here's a little home. Ah! Another enemy we can pretty easily defeat. And then a body with a fishing rod and a spear. Well, did they fix fishing in this game? Because I am too pure. So I haven't used the Ultima patcher. Actually, you know what? Dupre, you will be the one who holds the fishing rod. Not even a bite. Well, hold on. Let's try. What's hitting us? If we can do it out here and we have a source of food, that would be convenient. Not super convenient because it involves Ultima 7 inventory management. It did escape. That's different dialogue. Also, though, this is horrible. You have to do it again for each attempt. Okay. I assume they would have discovered that fishing was completely broken in the original and fixed it by now. But there's no law that says they had to. Certainly they, they surely had the evidence that nobody liked the food system in this game. They stuck with it. But who knows what else we might find on the island. So let's keep looking around. Don't think I'm going to find the boat. Don't have any good ideas for how I might get out of here. Here is the boat, but yeah, it's not going to sail. There will be no setting sail. Wait, does it have a bunch of food in the stores? It does. If I start stealing this food, will my companions be like Avatar? Let's find it. Because otherwise, I feel like Captain Hawk is kind of come up short on his purported gratitude to us. Huh. Yeah, they don't care. Well, they didn't complain. All right. The Avatar's got to go pescatarian for a moment here. Oh. A dock? Whoa, harpies or something. But they don't seem to want to fight. Locked chest. Let's put it down over there. Feels like there's a glitch going on here. Not only did the companions declare it was time for a battle, but these definitely seem like, hey, unlocked? That hardly seems worth it. I guess I'll take it. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, harpies. Though it does seem like you've been murdering humans, so it's complicated. A giant scorpion. Or just a regular sized scorpion, according to its name when I clicked on it. But I don't know. That seemed enormous to me. Reaper. But I spotted it. Remember how much of a struggle it was to overcome a Reaper for the first time in Ultima 5? Well, we found another weird place. And it's locked. Strange it did not work. We need magic. Okay, what about the other door? Feel like there's no way it's not also a strange that it does not work magic door. In fact, I think the tell, even before you get the dialogue, is that it neither says like failed or pick broke or unlocked. Who wants food? Everyone but me. Well, fortunately, we did lift all this flounder. All right, the other wall into Moonshade. Hey, what? Oh yeah, this ruined building. Weird to me that nobody talked. Was that the Mad Mage's former home, or like what's going on there? It's odd to me that nobody talks about the house full of rotting corpses on the outskirts of town. Okay. Could anybody here possibly have something new to say to me? Hey, Julia. What's your name? Yeah. You're Julia, Chief of Rangers. All right. Very unpleasant, Julia. Goodbye. I'm not here to make trouble. Are any of these other Rangers unique? Maybe this one? Oh. It's Ernesto, the handsomest ranger in all the land. And I don't have an entry for him. Feels against all odds that he could turn out to be helpful in the cause of getting off the island, but who knows? My name is Ernesto the Ranger. How may I be of service, my lord? What do you know about this strange wine? 'Tis our wine, sure enough. Can't a fool my nose after all those years working with the Mad Mage's wine press. I wonder if this was the bottle that disappeared. Thou shouldst ask my commander about the wine. Well, I've already done that. I guess I'll do it again. Maybe you've unflagged something. So you're a ranger. A ranger is in service to the MageLord and the council. 'Tis our duty to guard the city and keep order. We also make a fine wine that is sold throughout all of Moonshade. All of Moonshade, you say? Like this entire small cluster of homes? So tell me about the Mad Mage. Erstim is the Mad Mage, my lord. Long ago, he was the teacher of the adepts here in Moonshade. But then, like any man, I suppose, he became obsessed with the thought of his own mortality. His attempts to wrest life from death have been rather pathetic, and he hath gone completely mad. What about the MageLord? The current MageLord is Felbertio, my lord. He is a wise ruler, who ensures the safety of the people by keeping the mages within the confines of the strictures. What are the strictures? I can only tell thee what is common knowledge, my lord, that the strictures are meant to curtail the use of dangerous spells within the city. That way, should anything go wrong during the casting, the rangers do not have to worry about saving half the populace. It's like 8 people. As well as containing the disaster. And the council. The council is composed of adepts that balance the MageLord's power. They represent the voice of the mages within the city. Of course, the mundanes have little or no voice in the council. I suppose that the rangers are the closest thing to representatives for the mundanes that Moonshade doth have. So these mages look down on the mundanes? Mages are those that make any use of magic, my lord, adept or no. And since Moonshade is the city of mages, it is the mages that control the city. And the mundanes? Mundanes are those that cannot call upon magic without the use of magic items that contain a specific spell. They have no magical ability in and of themselves. And here in the Moonshade, I'm afraid, mundanes are little better than chattel. That actually doesn't seem accurate based on my other experiences here, but you certainly paint an unpleasant picture. Hey, Julia, do you have new dialogue with the wine? Would you care to try some? No? Dialos. What's your name? So the change is that actually I can't even bring it up to her anymore. The dungeons. Yeah, okay. How would I become a transgressor? Just don't annoy a mage. And don't cross any of Fulbercio's whims. Which you would think would include, interrupting his affairs. Generic ranger, which is, I believe, most of them. Okay. You hate to feel time going by without tangible progress. Because we know this is a long game. It's little walls. Can't just leave through the vineyard. Oh, there's the door. Okay. Okay. Is there someone here who I haven't spoken to? Who's this? Oh, welcome back, my lord. Is not this place marvelous, my lord? There is so much to see. Everything is so fancy. I wish Edrin was here with me. I'd be certain he could show me around. I hope some of these powerful mages will help me find him. Something about... Yeah, do you know how I could find passage out of here? Now that we are here in Moonshade, it seems thou canst not find a passage to go elsewhere. Not even Captain Hawk will brave those teleport storms again. Do you think anything could induce him? After that terrible crossing, Hawk swore he'd drink all of Moonshade dry. I doubt thou wilt find him far from a mug of strong spirits. And the storms carry on. I was frightened during that storm when Edrin disappeared. But it weren't nothing compared to that sea crossing in Hawk's ship. Really? I would find it more troubling when my brother got teleported away forever by a magical storm than when I didn't get any of that. I'm not looking forward to sailing again, I can tell thee. What about Edrin? Not yet spoken with any of the mages. I'll admit they frighten me. But I know that I have to do it sometime. They're my only hope of finding Edrin again. Good luck, Kane. Okay, hey Petra. Petra's not going to know anything. No. No, it's okay, Petra. Captain? Pleasure to see you again, James. What can I do for you, lad? I want to leave the island. Come on. No. Talk to the mages. Okay. So which mage am I missing that has dialogue pertaining to getting off this island? Like, presumably through that locked door, but that door is locked, and I would be shocked if it was the kind that could be picked. Maybe if I go... Maybe I can find my way back to the school. Or what's down here? Another burnt out place. Locked. Can you do anything about this one, Shimino? Oh, wrong bag. Nope. Strange it didn't work. Yeah. You're really risking your position as head lock picker, Shimino. Okay. Ah. Here's our school. There's our young people. Wait. Can maybe the very man... Thou hast a voracious appetite for knowledge. Oh, what dost thou desire to learn? I want to know how to get out of here. Okay. I don't know. How frustrating. Can we look in the crystal ball? Oh, cool. How long does this go on for? Exactly that long. Okay. Not really sure what's going on there. Hold on, kid. Kids, do either of you know about how to get out of here? Yeah, I'm from far away, kid. Yeah, just the same old dialogue. Thanks for nothing. So what am I gonna do? I don't know. None of the mages seem to want to talk to me about how I could possibly get out of here. I failed in my effort to find Filbercio and annoy him into throwing me in the Mountains of Freedom. Does the rat woman have some more information? Why dost thou not leave me alone? What's your name? Yeah, your name is Mosh. The rat woman. Alright, forget it. Will the master artisan build me a ship? Business. To buy, to look, to talk? I want to buy. What dost thou care to buy? None of these things. I was hoping to buy a ship. Okay. What if Topo has some dialogue to that extent? To that end. Where is Topo? Is that Topo? Ah. Hey, Topo. If I want to buy cloaks, swords, shovels too. Ah, yes, master. Shovels too. Pitchers and other containers, a cloth and a few weapons. We also sell baked goods. So, my lord, what dost thou wish to buy today? None of that shit. Okay, thanks for nothing. Very unhelpful. I don't know. Okay. Well, options for when I get back from the washroom for trying to figure this out. Let's think. Crawling through the town again, talking to everybody again, and maybe finding people I haven't talked to. See if I can pick the door into that place that connects to the gondola. See if I can pick the door to get into the Mountains of Freedom entrance. I feel like probably those are all mysterious locks that Shimino can't figure out why you can't pick. Maybe go somewhere else and try the hourglass. Maybe review the dialogue. Try to remember what the hell the monks said to me when they gave me that, and whether there is a way I can use it to teleport to them, because that would address a big problem. Okay, well, that's a bunch of things we can do as we carry on in the least productive Ultima 7 Part 2 Serpent Dial session so far, but that could change. It could all change in an instant. Who knows? Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. Okay, well, I didn't come up with any better idea than going around and talking to folks again. So let's start at the Blue Boar. I can try to pick those locks along the way. Oh, welcome back. How may I be of use to thee? You're the master artisan? Yeah, etc., etc. Okay, no, you're not going to help me. Bye. Oh, hey, Kane. We just talked. In fact, we even just talked about the thing I'm most interested in. Right. In this game, it will tell me their names if I click on them the one time. Did I ever catch up with I know Flindo's here. Because I've accidentally started conversations with him a couple of times. Then been like, leave me alone, Flindo. But what if I should talk to Flindo? Duccio? Who's Duccio? Excuse me. Hello. Duccio is the master artisan. We're this close to a big breakthrough. That's Kane. Flindo's here somewhere, right? I thought he was... Okay, whatever. But I should talk to Flindo if I find him again. Oh, wait, Flindo is in his shop. And I didn't talk to him because he's a real jerk. Oh, he's not here. You open the window. I am so glad to see thee again, my lord. Yeah, you got some information? People. How about the townsfolk? Specifically the mundanes. What do you know of Mosh the beggar? Beware of Mosh. Those rats of hers are filled with disease. Do not listen to her accusations about the sorceress Columna. All imaginings, not true. Says the Columna stole her lover. Which I guess would be Toricia. Okay. I should talk to Flindo. I don't see what... Well, I mean, maybe he'd know something about getting out of here. Simply because he has been, like, you know, we met him not here. Came back with him. It's 6:56 or possibly 36 because of this terrible font. It's tough to be 100% sure. So where is he at this time of day? If he's not in his shop... Let's give this a shot, even though it's almost certainly not going to work. How strange, yeah. Really strange, Shamina. That you're always failing to pick the locks. How mysterious. Flindo. He's here for some reason. Can we speak? He says, I have little time. Returned again. You can see why I didn't want to talk. I understand now why Hawk did not wish to sail the open seas. I do not know how that would leave this island, unless the tales are true. I hope that is lost like our fine city of Moonshade. If thou wouldst like to know more about any place in the city, come to me. Okay, hold on. You said tales of how to get out of here. I should have been talking to everyone, including Flindo, even though, look at the guy. He's like if Meatloaf didn't have the charisma of a rock star. As thou mayest imagine, Moonshade hath its share of tall tales and stories. In fact, many of them are started by the mages in question to enhance their reputations. But if thou dost listen to the tales, there are ancient passages that connect to other islands. Or for that matter, some say the Mad Mage can teleport anywhere he likes. Hold on now. Passages, you say? I know of nothing other than the fact that they are said to exist and that they are supposedly fraught with peril. Perhaps if thou dost ask Fedibiblio, he could confirm it or even tell you where they are. Okay, now we're working. Flindo, shopkeep. Fedibiblio might know of passages off the island. Anyway, I'd butter him up. Fedibiblio is the Magister of Moonshade. It's his duty to test the children throughout the land, bring them to Moonshade for training. Thou mayst find him at the seminarium. Makes my very skin crawl, my lord, to think of the damage an untutored mage could do. Absolutely. So the seminarium. It's where all the novice mages are taught. Look for the youngsters in the street, thou'lt find it. Yeah, I know where it is. I'm just messing with you. So, what do you think of the Mad Mage? His name is actually Erstum, but everyone here refers to him as the Mad Mage. It's a very complex situation, my lord. Erstum trained all of the adepts in Moonshade, and as their master, he's still a threat to them because he is still more powerful than they are. As I said before, mages are nothing if not prideful, so it is forbidden for any to visit Erstum. Which, for what I'm told, is fine with him. If thou wish to try and contact the Mad Mage, thou canst try speaking with Pothos. Have I met this Pothos? If I have, I didn't write him down. I remember somebody mentioning a Pothos. I believe they still maintain a contact of sorts. Who's this Pothos? Pothos is the apothecary. He hath some small magical ability, but not enough to enter the ranks of the adepts, so he makes his living selling them reagents and potions. Right. And you say you have connections. Wait. Tell me about Moonshade. Moonshade, the city of mages. A place where anything thou mayst desire can be thine. And if thou dost have enough guilders, thou canst find a mage with enough skill. Guilders are the money here? Yep. Can change them with Buccia. Yeah, I've heard about that too. And I can give her gold bars or gold nuggets or bars, something if I need. There are many places that thou wilt want to visit while thou art here. Thou mayst find lodgings at the Blue Boar. Thou shouldst see the winery. There's the Artist's Bazaar. The Bazaar? It's where many of the artisans can be found. My shop, the Capesi Canton, is located near the Blue Boar Inn. Be sure to stop and say hello to Buccio, who runs the shop for me. Yeah, I feel like if they're making Ultima references in Delicious in Dungeon, they'd probably be a little more bespoke, a little more unique than just Mad Mage. Even MageLord Camel Case. What do you think of your employee Buccia? Sometimes I can't even understand why I keep her. Each time I enter the shop, there she is, babbling with someone. You told me I should go talk to her. Makes me wonder if she ought to do any work at all. Sometimes I wonder at her sanity, too. She ought to develop some far-fetched notions, certes. Why would she have it that poor young Pothos is connected in some way to the Mad Mage? Canst thou imagine? I mean, you told me that, too. You have your own connections? Though I am not a mage, I'm an influential man in Moonshade because my shop provides the staples of life to that secluded island. Why, I even know the MageLord's mistress, Frigiditza. In fact, this is what I shall do for thee. Since that to make it possible for Hawk to sail us here, I shall repay thee. I shall arrange for thee to meet with the... Oh my goodness. Man, my distaste for this jerk really slowed us down here. I shall arrange for thee to... Perhaps a lesson in humility for the Avatar. I shall arrange for thee, and sacrifice, to meet with the MageLord himself. It's quite an honor, James. It'll take time, but I can arrange this. And thou mayst find some of the mages are very reclusive, will not speak to thee without a proper introduction. Yeah, who's the mistress? Ah, yes, Fabercio's quite a ladies' man, and what woman wouldn't jump at a chance to win the opportunity to win the MageLord's favor? For now, Frigidazzi holds the MageLord's eyes. From what I have seen, Fabercio seems to have found a way to thaw the charms of that cold mage. Though I've heard that Frigidazzi is not always so cool. And I have been told that Fabercio hath not been faithful, shall we say. Oh my goodness. So what do you think of Frigidazzi? Frigidazzi specializes in cold-related spells. She's a great beauty, but she is rather cold to everyone. Kind of on the nose. Perhaps I should not say this, but I think Frigidazzi is using Fabercio to gain status within the ranks of the adepts. But, fair enough. He's cheating on her, you just said. I've heard Frigidazzi can be quite warm to those who catch her fancy. And I am told she can be very persistent about getting what she wants. Although I think it would be as foolish to catch her eye, as long as Fabercio doth have an interest in her. If thou knowest what I mean. Yeah, I know what you mean. But you think he's unfaithful. Fabercio hath been trying to coerce Columna into a dalliance for some time, but she'll have nothing to do with him. As Fabercio doth not take being rebuffed lightly, he hired Stefano to steal something of Columna's from Tarisio, to use as blackmail. So the MageLord may prevail in this intended infidelity, if Frigidazzi doth not discover him, of course. This is not the MageLord's only indiscretion. As I have this story from Julia, who found out from Fabercio during a night of stolen passion. Oh my goodness. I was hoping this conversation was wrapping up, dude. Tell me about Columna. There's not too much to say about Columna. She's one of Moonshade's most reclusive mages. I think that's what makes her so attractive to Fabercio. She seems unattainable. Why she insists on dallying with that scum Tarisio, I'll never know. She would do better with the MageLord. Anyway, that us to look at it. And Stefano? Stefano is a thief of some skill, with a bit of magical ability. He tends to live from one disaster to another, though he would like to see himself as a great lord somewhere, someday. Stefano would do better practicing his magic, but he would be rather a skilled thief. He would rather be a skilled thief than a novice mage. How about Tarisio? I've heard he's a jerk. I hate to even utter his name. leaves a bitter taste in the mouth. Ataraxia specializes in creating the magical automatons that most mages prefer as their servants. I will grant that he is skilled enough, but he doth have the ethics of a snake. 'Tis a good thing Petra escaped from his sickening clutches and has Rocco to protect her. What about Julia, though? Julia's the ranger in the winery. She's a rather handsome woman. Very no-nonsense sort. And Petra's the charming robot. Petra's the automaton at the Blue Boar. Ataraxia created her. I've only heard a bit of the tale, so let's just go speak to Petra directly to hear the right of it. In short, Ataraxia had vile intent for Petra, but she escaped. Rocco took her in, watches over her. And Rocco's the innkeeper at the Blue Boar. Although Rocco can be quite gruff, he's devoted to Petra. If that asks me, I would say it is a perfect match, Rocco and Petra. He can complain as much as he wants, and she still takes care of him. Ah, yes. I don't need to hear you talk about the rest of this stuff. Thank you, Flindo. I'm sorry that I put this off. I need food again. Is it just me? Yep. Well, I think Shimino still has one of those philanders. I think. Yep. Okay. Back to the seminarium. And also, I got to try to find this Pothos, the apothecary. I think I'm going to find the seminarium directly this time. Not by wandering everywhere, but by going in a specific direction. Maybe. Maybe not. Oh, it was a beautiful dream. Because this is Ataraxia's. Yeah. Ah. Stempinski, to return to our how would I enhance this game? Little mini maps for the towns. Is it down here? No, it's not. I've lost my rats. What are you talking about? You're surrounded by rats, lady. You're the rat woman. Wait, sorry. You don't like being called that for some reason. Yeah. Is jerk home? Here we go. All right. Hey, Veta Biblio. Nope, it's too late. School's out. Oh, wait. When school's out. Oh, school's in. They're in the classroom. Thou hast a voracious appetite for knowledge. What desirest thou to learn? Yeah, no, I know all this. Change the subject. Never mind. I cannot talk to this. Wait, maybe it's under Moonshade? Seems unlikely. Yeah, hold on. Okay, if I go through the adepts, otherwise we've read all this. Anything about the Mad Mage? No. Okay. Can we find this Pothos in time? I notice the day is almost over. I know that the apothecary's shop is the one that has this weird entrance. Maybe he's there late in the day. That would be helpful. No such luck. And another day is gone. Wait, is he in here? This is locked, though. It must be locked. There's too much stuff in there for it not to be locked. Yeah. Okay, does this guy just never return to his home? Maybe he's at the Blue Boar. But I bet he's not. That's Julia, of course. That's Buccia. Duccio. Captain Hawk. That's Duccio again. Okay. Oh, it's also frustrating. Well, there's secret passages somewhere. I feel like we almost certainly need information about that, though. Does Pothos, does he, for whatever reason, not live in his own home? Probably not. Ugh. Oh, could you? Ugh. When do we eat? I mean, never. We're out of food. We certainly can't be paying the absurd prices here. We're just going to have to load back in time. Honestly, it might be worth just loading back to the very beginning. Undo all the progress of today. But get all the food back. Excuse me. Do you know where Pothos is, Mr. Automaton? Okay. What if I sleep here for 8 hours till the guy kicks me out of his own bed? Nope. He never comes home. He does not mind if I sleep in his bed. Why was I paying the inn? Okay. I've got no idea what to do. Like, do I maybe have enough information now to, when to eat? You're never eating again. Not in this timeline. We'll be abandoning this timeline. Is Flindo here? I know the way the Ultima 7 engine works, like, everyone who exists must always exist. So, like, it's not like this Pothos can just, like, deactivate. Okay, man. Yeah. Okay, everyone's starving. We're running out of food. We've done nothing but basically watch time pass, gain a tiny bit of experience from killing things out in the wild, which hardly even matters. So I think we're going to go back. Meanwhile, I've been drinking coffee and I skipped lunch because I had a big breakfast, which is all to say I got to go to the bathroom again. So I guess we'll go back and we'll see if I have better luck running this all back, and maybe we'll find Pothos and maybe we'll get on the path. Time will tell. Getting short on time. Jeez. Unproductive session. But we're having fun. You're never wasting time if you're having fun. Hang tight, gang. I'll be right back with you. Well, that took longer than intended because an emergency happened. Don't worry, everything's fine. Okay. How far back was this save? We'll judge this by the flounder supply. We still have a bit of flounder. Okay. Maybe I don't have to go all the way back. Because really, I guess there's three ideas that I have right now. Oh, here it comes. Well, we'll feed them once. We'll see if I can persist. It's wildly expensive to buy food on this island. I'm not sure how many guilders I have. I guess I can get more. So far, no sign of gambling, which was my economic solution in Ultima 7 Part 1, the Black Gate. But okay. Find Flindo as quickly as possible. Is he hanging out here, creeping on the Rangers? Is he in his shop? Where might he be? Because, okay. There's still, though, what if I can break in? I don't think I'm going to be able to break into the mountains. I think it's going to be the same kind of, strange that my lockpick doesn't work kind of lock. Flindo. Okay. When I read the Trickster's old adventure gamer blog, which is now the Adventurers Guild blog, because the Trickster stopped being the author and passed it off to his community. When I read his Space Quest 1 write-up and learned that, yes, indeed, you're supposed to just rig the machine. You don't need to gamble fairly. Okay. Clicking rapidly through all of Flindo's dialogue, including the stuff that I didn't read before. But okay. One thought is, by speaking to Flindo today, maybe... Wait, I think it came up in the comments, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm misremembering. Because I don't remember what the method might have been. But I feel... Did I just make that up? I'm not sure. Clicking through all this guy's dialogue. The reason I opted not to go all the way back is that one thing I'm thinking is, can I have more conversations now after I have this information, or can I maybe find Frigiditza? I don't know. Frigiditza. But also, he says he's going to set us up a meeting with the MageLord, and then he says it'll take time. Is it possible that the amount of time is 24 hours? Maybe. Okay. Go confirm the very, very likely possibility that the thing doesn't work. It might just be, because this does seem to be a more, we have cutscenes, like scripted game engine scenes that just play out without our input. Getting this meeting might be necessary to actually get actual things to happen on Moonshade, which is another reason why it really paid off poorly for me that Flindo has such an off-putting personality. Because if I had just spoken to him as soon as I got here, instead of being like, oh, this jerk. Be nice if we saw a single cow. Not that I feel great about killing the cows, but they certainly are a good source of meat. And you know what, actually? What if the time Flindo needs is even shorter? What if it's like an hour? Or what if it's like literally have another conversation with Flindo? You can't just be here, though. That'd be too easy. Sometimes you need to look past that to what a person can do for you. There's the man of the hour. Returned again. I understand now why. Oh, yeah. We've heard this dialogue. Yep. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Thy promise? There we go. I have good news for thee, my friend. As promised, I've arranged for thee to meet with MageLord Fabercio. In fact, he plans to hold a banquet in thine honor. Well, that's great. Because last time a banquet was held in my honor, we ate real good off the remains of the food table. I'm certain thou wilt find his means of summoning thee very unusual. Go with thy business, and at the appropriate moment, the MageLord shall summon thee. Okay. Don't even have to update the save name here. We're back to playing the waiting game. During this period, I might as well keep running around, see if I can find anything I didn't find before. But yeah, there's a bunch of people that I've heard of that, like Pothos, Columna, Frigiditza, Filbercio, who simply... Here we go. That was quick. Please be seated. We have been waiting for thee. I am the MageLord, Filbercio. Allow me to introduce the others. First, are my fellow members on the Council of Mages, Adept Agostaccio. Oh, this jerk. Thou needst not to worry, my lord. We have brought thee here against thy will, but only that we may get to know thee. Thou art free to leave once this dinner is concluded. It's a banquet, but it's not a buffet. I was hoping for a buffet table that we could raid. Quite right, Agostaccio. And here is Adept Rotoluncio, whom I believe thou hast met. That's true. Filbercio is never lacking in these social graces, my lord. And now if he only attended to the problems of a Moonshade as he doth attend to his mistresses. Speaking of which, ahem, also present as my dinner companion, is the most charming of Frigidazzi. She too is a mage. Whoa. Welcome to thee. These cursed teleportation storms have made travel so difficult that we are becoming isolated. It hath disturbed everyone, but it is good to see a new face. Good mages, this is the adventurer from a distant land whose arrival was foretold in our conjurings. Could he be responsible for the storms which plague the land? Or for the growing strangeness which afflict our spellcasting? I hope, my dear, that he is the solution to our problems, rather than the cause. These both look like they had, like, references in mind, either pictures of famous people or, like, just someone they knew, and then just didn't quite get it right in the translation. Like, I don't think it's supposed to be a Rotoluntia trait that her mouth is not centered on her face. Thou art a fool, MageLord. Our guest is most certainly a factor in these supernatural disturbances that are threatening our world. Let us question him now. Exhort flam. What the hell? Oh, I'm just stuck. See here, Rotoluntia. The stranger may have secrets, as do we all, but I will not condone treating a guest of the council like a criminal. This guy's warmed up to me now that I'm important enough to meet with the MageLord. Thou dost dare to interfere with my spells. MageLord, I demand that thou reprimandest this sorcerer. My dear, calm thyself. Perhaps our visitor shall tell us all without the use of force. Hey, you could have asked me at least once. If there is one thing I cannot stand, it is being hamstrung by a petty politics. Thou art not half the man thou once wert for Bertia. I bid you all a pleasant dinner. I have lost mine appetite. Well played, Cedric. I have lost mine appetite and am leaving, but mark my words, I shall have my way. Goodbye, witch. A good riddance. And to think she was once a young and a beautiful sorceress, before her ambitions turned her cold and heartless, and pulled her mouth about half an inch to the left. To the right. Pardon me. I beg thy pardon, MageLord Fabercio, but I have an urgent message for thee. I regret to report that mine attempts to locate any significant quantity of the reagent blood moss have met with a failure. Porthos! Porthos, there we go. I should send thee to the dungeons, and have the rats feast on thy carcass. Dear guests, I am afraid that I shall have to adjourn this pleasant repast. Porthos and I must speak privately concerning important matters of state. I thank thee all for coming. Charmed, I'm sure. This part's charming, at least. Shamina, break out the food bag. What? Oh. Bullshit. Magically protected. That's freaky. Demon roast. He's not going to talk to us anymore. Ah, but now it's just because he doesn't have time for us. Well, should we rob the place? Probably not. However, this seems like as long as our buddy doesn't get sent to the dungeons, young Porthos there, if indeed he is young, we can get to the gondola. This is Fabercio's barge. Okay, we're not allowed to just take the barge, even though it would be so helpful. Well, it's probably just time to leave. Fur pallet. Can't move it. Giant pile of furs. It's weird. Is there any food? Yes. This isn't stealing because we were honored guests. Some potatoes. Fish and chips. An apple. Some carrots. The real theft is the prices they're charging in this town for food. We do not need to steal the silverware, though. We haven't fallen that far. Is this a magic scrolls of create food? Are they all create food? Oh man, I'm getting converted to Ultima 7 morality here. But I'm not going to go and start just robbing everybody's house. I'll only rob people who seem like jerks. And for that matter, who invite me to dinner and then don't give me any food. Wait, what's in here? Is it more food? Nah, locked. Okay, well, progress of a sort. Might Porthos be in his shop already because of the imperfect representation of the passage of time? Whoop. Or does Fedibiblio now have dialogue options that I can ask him about these purported passageways? Either way, we've generated some movement. Aha! There we go. Just like that. And just like that. Yes, I remember thee from the banquet. I would hope so. It was a few minutes ago, man. Rhodolencia wanted to kill thee, which is weird because she didn't mention killing me when she first contacted me. Welcome to the apothecary shop. I am Pothos, the proprietor. Yeah, that was quite a banquet, huh? I apologize for disrupting the party, my lord. Normally I wouldn't have been there, but I had been on a special errand for the MageLord. Listen, I'm just glad you're back. But you normally wouldn't have been there? Well, it is true that I am a mage. I am not an adept, and Filbercio invites only adepts to his banquets as a rule. Yeah, this Filbercio seems like a piece of work. I noticed with some dismay that I have no dialogue options that seem to imply I can talk to him about secret passages. Filbercio? Filbercio is the MageLord, and thou wouldst do well not to forget that while thou art in a Moonshade. Filbercio is a man of great passions. The mountains of freedom are a powerful argument against crossing him in any way. Yeah, that seems like an ironic name. The freedom thing? The name was meant in jest, I'm certain, for the mountains of freedom are a prison, my lord. A prison meant to hold mage and a mundane alike. It is said that if thou art sentenced to that terrible stone pit, and thou canst win thy way back to the outside world, then thou art free. No one will hunt thee for the crimes thou did commit before thine incarceration. The only problem is that none have ever won free, and Filbercio reigns unchallenged. It's a stone pit? The Mountains of Freedom are a mine that was shut down long ago when the quality of ore became profitless to dredge from the mountain's heart. Filbercio devised a new use for it and turned it into a prison. Now its value lies not in what is gotten out of the mine, but in what is put into it. Righto. And Filbercio is unchallenged, you say? There is little true crime here, my lord. Most of the offenders that find themselves within the confines of freedom are there because they angered Filbercio in some way. The very existence of freedom silences most of the MageLord's detractors. So what errand were you on for this guy? With these storms, I have had a little trade with the mainland, so I am nearly out of most reagents. Filbercio wished for me to gather some blood moss for him. I tried, but these storms have brought fierce monsters into that area, and I am no adept to deal with them. Filbercio threatened to throw me into the Mountains of Freedom if I do not obtain the blood moss. I trade my dearest secret to be able to find some blood moss. Secret is not an option. That's frustrating. So you're not an adept? There are different levels of competence with magic, my lord. It is all based on what level of spells thou canst cast. I myself am only master the 3rd level of spells. An adept can master the 9th level of spells. Only an adept can become MageLord or sit on the Council of Mages, so I make my living selling reagents to adepts. Yeah, that Rhodolencia is a piece of work. Like Filbercio, Rhodolencia doth have a will of steel, a fiery temper. She is convinced that some outside force is responsible for these abominable storms. She hates thee because she thinks that thou art keeping knowledge from her. It isn't anything personal, my lord. Well, except that she hates me, which is very personal to me. Well, to be precise, I should say she suspects a recent visitor, a mage named Batlin. I'll grant that he came through asking all sorts of questions and badgering people to sell their serpent teeth. But I fail to see how she thinks he doth have anything to do with the storms. And I am afraid that she thinks all strangers are in league with the Batlin. Of course, it did not help that he had that daemon either. Hold on, he's selling serpent teeth? 'Tis the tradition, my lord, to steal some small item from the mad mage to prove thou art a worthy mage. A particular favourite item to purloin is the serpent tooth from the mad mage's collection. As far as I know, they are useless. But Batlin certainly wanted to purchase them. No one would sell. This is worth noting. Okay. Mad Mage? Thought I was hearing Abra. But I realize I'm actually hearing people outside. Mad Mage has a worthless collection of serpent teeth. But for some reason, Batlin wants them. So, yeah. What did you think of Batlin? A little fat man, small a beard and a mustache, angry scowl. I'm sure thou wilt remember him if thou hast met him. I remember him well. Not a particularly nice person that I recall. Seemed like any other adept, used to getting his way, angry if thwarted. I dealt as little with him as possible. Righto. And he had a demon with him. Yes! Batlin had a demon wandering about at its heels, as tame as thou couldst please. Did his bidding without a word. Big, ugly red creature. 'Tis just the thing to catch Rodaluncia's eye. She's very interested in learning to tame a demon for her personal servant. She was quite put out that Batlin wouldn't tell her how he had done it. But I am sure Filbertio heaved a sigh of relief when Batlin refused to tell her. Everyone knows that Rodaluncia would love to feed Filbertio to a demon in small pieces. I bet. So Rodaluncia has theories about the storms? Definitely magic-born, no doubt about it. Anyone that caught outside during one will risk being teleported into oblivion. Gustaccio hath been working on finding a way to stop the storms, but so far he hath not had any luck. Mayhaps now that Mortegro is helping him, they'll find the answer. I certainly hope so. Moonshade is isolated until they do. Gustaccio seems like a bit of an elitist. Gustaccio is an adept that specializes in working with the weather, the power of nature, all of that. Things of this nature. Gustaccio said something about needing to learn as much about the storms as possible. Even babbled something about learning to see the colors. At least it sounded like a babble to me. Right. And this Mortegro? Mortegro is an adept that specializes in speaking with the dead. He doth not bind them to service or anything, simply talks with them. Why Gustaccio wants Mortegro's help, I'll never know. Unless the dead are responsible for the storms or something. And I think you said that Batlin had a bunch of questions? Batlin seemed very interested in learning more of the history of the ancient people of this land, the ones we call the Ophidians. As I am far from my days as a novice, I do not remember all that the Magister taught us. I wasn't much interested then or now. I sent him to Fedibiblio. Yeah, that Fedibiblio. He knows a lot. Fedibiblio keeps a library here in Moonshade. All information, whether historical or magical in nature, finds its way into his hands. He's also the teacher of the novices, so I'm certain he'll be able to help you with any questions that might have. Unless the keywords for the questions I want to ask him don't appear. What do you know about the Ophidians? As I told thee, I don't recall very much history. All I know is that the ancients seem to have worshipped serpents. If thou wishes to know more, ask Fedibiblio. He's very learned on the subject. Righto. So you run this apothecary shop. I sell everything thou wouldst need to cast spells or do magic. Unfortunately, I have a very limited supply of most things right now. What are your thoughts about this strange wine? Can only be Moonshade wine, my lord. The rangers make it right here in the city with a magic wine press, naturally. A magic wine press? The magic wine press is another piece of Erstrom's legacy, my lord. He always liked to fine wine, but hated the work required to make it. So he made the wine press. Of course. Oh. What more could you tell me about Erstrom? Like, if there's a secret tunnel to his home. Erstrom was the mentor of most of the adepts. He was a very hard master, so they say. The popular story is Erstrom would never admit that any of his students were ready to be called adepts in their own right. Apparently he wanted the free labor for as long as he could have it. Each one rebelled against him, until he became angry and withdrew to his own little island, forswearing any company but that of his assistants. And then I can't follow up. What do you know about the Rangers? The Rangers are nominally the city guards. They deal with any physical threats that aren't worthy of bothering a mage about. Their commander is a woman named Julia. What do you think of Julia? Julia is a rather forbidding woman. Always seems to be looking for thy secret desire to cause trouble, if thou knowest what I mean. She's quite competent, but not overly warm. I've actually seen her rebuff the MageLord's advances. Formidable woman indeed. I have this rotting hand. Does it look like the hand of anyone you know? Yeah, please, put it away. I do not need to look at it anymore to be able to tell you that it is the damnable product of Erstim's experiments. Is it any wonder that they call him the Mad Mage? Experiments? Erstim seeks to find the secret to creating life. I surmise it's his attempt at immortality. Even spells fall to the ravages of time in the end. Unfortunately, Erstim's quest for knowledge had been at the sacrifice of his assistants. VII has sidestepped the inevitable much longer than I would have expected. Oh, who's this VII? VII is Erstim's latest assistant. He's a grinning hunchback that I had not given credit for much intelligence, but he seems to be more cunning than even Erstim anticipated. Right. So this Mad Mage. What else would thou call a man who hacks his assistants to pieces for his experiments? That is another reason that he lives apart from the other mages. He will never bow to their strictures, and I doubt that any of the adepts of Moonshade could hope to enforce them anyway. And I've also got some Stoneheart that just showed up in my pouch. Any thoughts? How didst thou come by that? No, I did not ask that. I do not want to know. Dost thou know the possession of that stone is a forbidden? Dost thou know how much certain adepts would pay for the reagent that that stone produces? It's forbidden. Prolonged exposure to Stoneheart causes insanity, my lord. Oh, I thought I was just being driven mad by my companions constantly needing me to spoon feed them. And to have the type of power the reagent makes in the hands of a madman is unthinkable. Of course, as an apothecary, I could buy it from thee, find a buyer or two with clearance to possess it. I could make thee an offer, say 120 guilders. Wilt thou sell it? Not now. Shall not tell anyone that thou hast the Stoneheart, my lord, but thou shouldst be likewise discreet. And it makes a reagent? It produces blood spawn when mixed with a quantity of blood. Well, I am getting ahead of myself. If thou hast a ritual bloodletting device, which is technically forbidden as well, thou must fill a small container with the blood. Okay, hold on. Making the reagent. Blood spawn. You need a forbidden bloodletting device. Get some blood and use it on the Stoneheart. Okay. Thou must be very careful. It is very powerful. Gotta be careful here. Buy. Nice shop. I'm a little disappointed that just like Flindo, or just like Fedibiblio, you are not, as Flindo suggested, a source of information. Now, it might just literally be that I just have to look for a secret door somewhere in the vicinity. Will these two speak to me now? Oh, no, because this is a different guy. I had Gustaccio confused with whoever that is. All right, is there anything new to be ascertained from Fedibiblio now? No. All right, see if Flindo has new dialogue. See if Columna or Frigiditza is like available now. All right, Gustaccio is, yeah, okay. I'm getting to know this place bit by bit, day by day. Is Flindo's shop up this way? Not getting to know the place that well. I have access, it appears, to Flabertio now. It is thee again. Hast thou good news? Tell me about your duties, Filbertio? Oh, I should make an entry for the MageLord. Make sure to camel case it. As thou hast no doubt noticed, the burden of being a MageLord wears heavily upon me. I spend all of mine hours in the palace. I have no life of mine own. I seldom even research new spells. MageLord, thou art needed to handle a tax matter. In a moment, automaton. Yeah, quite a burden, huh? Indeed. Sometimes I think my subjects do not appreciate me. They have given me wealth and power, and I have given them my life. Now is that a fair exchange? Perhaps I shall go live in a hut on the coast. That would be less stressful. At least you got this nice palace. Is it not a grand old building? Most of the downstairs chambers are used for the business of the court, while the remaining rooms are mine own. Never mind the legends of hidden treasure chambers here. If there were gold here, I would have it by now. It is time for thine appointment, MageLord. Surely that can wait, as thou canst see, the strain of ruling this great city hath left me little more than a skin and a bones. Sure, yeah. How's your life, though? It is lonely to be the MageLord. I have the needs of a normal man, yet I am overwhelmed by the demands of the citizens. No doubt thou hast heard the tales of my romantic conquests. This is the answer I have found to the pressures of being a MageLord. I know that the citizens talk of me all the time behind my back. They say that I am a great lover, and indeed I am. But I have never found a true love. Romance is like the fog that dissolves in the sunlight. Do not speak of this to the sorceress Frigidazi. She is my current passion, and I fear that she doth love me too much. I am supremely jealous of her affections as well. Though I do not truly love her, I will not be made a fool of. Righto. And you're not researching any new spells? 'Tis beneath my station to teach thee or any other the awesome knowledge that is mine alone. Go unto Badger, Maligno, or Columna, if thou dost wish to learn the arcane arts. Righto. How are the politics of this town? I hear you're good at navigating them. Is there no end to the bickering among the mages? We have 3 factions here, and each elects its favorite to the Council of Moonshade. As the voice of a compromise and experience, I have always been selected MageLord by the adepts. My fellow lords are Roteluncia and Gustaccio. What do you think of Gustaccio? Gustaccio doth adhere too strictly to the outdated codes of ethics. Why, we could accomplish nothing in the Moonshade if we have followed his advice. I doubt he shall ever deign to speak with thee. He is of the old school, and speaks only to those he considers worthy of his time. Until thou hast proven thyself, he shall have little to do with thee. It is time for thine appointment, MageLord. In a moment, automaton. And this Roteluncia piece of work, huh? The sorceress Roteluncia is the art of dissension. She is ambitious beyond measure, causes all manner of trouble. She was not always this way. I remember the summer of my last apprenticeship year. She was 2 years younger than I, and asked me to be her tutor. But she did tutor me as well that summer. There have been many loves before and since, but I shall always remember Roteluncia. I'm just going to change the subject now. But we're only beginning. Well, very well, if thou dost insist. All right, great talking to you, MageLord. I hope to be either not really dealing with you anytime soon, or angering you in such a way that you cast me into the dungeons of freedom. Flindo in the house. Kane. Obviously Captain Hawk. Is he eating with Flindo? No, it's Duccio. There's Rocco. Just living his modern life. Okay, so is Flindo at the Ranger's place creeping on Julia? Yeah. Shimino, tell this guy about all the times I made out with the Shrine Maiden. I think you could offer a more detailed description than that, Shimino. Come on. I know you were looking, buddy. Is Flindo in the shop? Hey, Buccia. Okay, he must be creeping on Julia. Oh, hey, Julia. Was not looking for you. Hey, Shimino, was not trying to talk to you, buddy. Oh, man. Returned again. I understand. Oh, yeah. We've read this. Yep. Yeah, Moonshade's great. Moonshade's great. So, you have connections? Although I am not a mage, I am a most influential man in Moonshade because my shop provides the staples of life to that secluded island. Why, I even know the MageLord's mistress. Yeah. We've read all this dialogue. Okay. Something about any place? Yeah. Okay. Nothing more to get out of Flindo. Let's see if Frigiditz is there. It could be that I can find like a secret passage in the place with the bloody hands and stuff. That might be the answer. Bark. I'm running out of time. I would love to get some kind of breakthrough before we wrap up, but I mean, even just getting the banquet going is at least the dawn of a revelation. Frigidazzi? No, but perhaps now that the MageLord has been teleported into action, perhaps we'll be able to interrupt their affair. If I could just find her and be like, hey, Fabricio said he doesn't really love you. That would probably be enough to really piss Fabricio off at me and throw me in Mounds of Freedom. Hey, who's this? Oh, mage. Oh. Aha. Hello there. I am Mortegro, the necromage of Moonshade. No kidding. You're the necromage. I never would have... You don't look the type. So yeah, I haven't been in Moonshade long. It is a city of mages, run by the mages, and that is the way we mages like it. We are even governed by our own council of mages, chaired by Valvercio, Gustaccio, and Rotolancia. Yeah, and so you're a necromage. What's that all about? Yes, that is a special sort of mage who specializes in magics that deal with the dead things, as well as with the spirits of the dead themselves. Dead things, you say? Actually, that is a rather unpleasant work. A bit discourteous to talk about it in mixed company, if you does know what I mean. I don't, but okay. Oh, are you being sexist? There aren't even any women here. Oh, you mean because we're mundanes. But also the spirits of the dead, you said. Yes, as a necromage, I can commune with the spirits of the dead. I learn of the secrets of the dead as well as the... Right. Add Mortegro, the necromage. To the list. But these seances are unpredictable in their results. Having any seances anytime soon? Could I come? I must first prepare the proper materials that should come to my manor after midnight, and we shall then conjure specters. I was thinking about that necklace. It's very interesting. He worked hard on getting those glowing beads well organized. He takes his image as a necromage very seriously. Okay, so if I can find his place after midnight. So, what do you think of Filbertio? He is the supreme MageLord of the city of Moonshade. What about Gustaccio? Gustaccio and I are engaged in studies of the strange and teleport storms that have been afflicting our land. What do you think of Rodolentia? She is a powerful mage. Her only real weakness is that she is most unpleasant when she is thwarted in her desires. Nice to meet you, Mortegro. Okay. He's not going to talk to me. That's okay. Let me get my watch out. What time is it? 8:29. We're closing in on midnight. And also possibly on interrupting Filbertio and Rodolencia in flagrante. En flagrante? I don't even know if that's even a word. Oh wait, have you become a person? No. A wall. Thought it might be a cabinet that I'd be able to double click on. This seems unwise. Is Rodolencia even here? No. I assume that she locks this. Go figure. What time is it now? Only 9:12. Okay. Doesn't help that I don't know, like, does Mortegro have his own dedicated home? Or am I just supposed to be... Ooh. Oh. Oh, that's just Filbertio. The blueness made me think it might be... Hey, did I go behind this curtain? Yes. That's where we got some food out of this lousy banquet. Does Julia have any unique... No. I don't know if anyone has unique dialogue when they're in the bar. Buccia. There's no way we still have the option of sleeping the night away in Pothos's bed. But that doesn't matter because I have an inn. I have a room at the inn. Okay. Back to Frigidid's place again and again and again. Hungry? Alright, who's hungry? Everyone but the Avatar. Well, hopefully we have enough to eat. Here, Dupre. Have this big... Alright, and we have create food spells, which we can use if necessary. Fish and chips for Shimino. Potatoes for Elo. Now no one's hungry, at least for a moment. Keep coming to this place where nobody ever is. Unless, what if this is Mortegro's place? Wait, this guy will tell me whose place it is. Stefano. I've not met this Stefano, but that could literally be because he's not present in Moonshade yet. Well, I am moving on. I'm trying to. Be moving on a lot faster if anyone around here would just answer straightforward questions about how I can leave. But yes, I think the underlying issue that I do not know where Mortegra's house is going to stop me from doing a seance right now. It's the fatal flaw in my plan. Unless he lives in one of these mundane shacks. That seems unlikely. There don't seem to actually be any mundanes. I guess it's the servant should be neither seen nor heard. Bad stench. Does she smell the rotten egg that I'm carrying around? That's all just the one place. All right. Well, it can be feast and famine with Ultima. I mean, when I was playing Ultima 5, there were like entire stretches of sessions where I just walked around and talked to people again to see if I could find anything. So having one like this where actually I did move the ball forward a little is hardly the end of the world. Wait, what if Mortegro, being the death dude, what if his place is the creepy place full of mutilated bodies? One of the places. I think there's been more than one. Might as well take a look. Because I've also got the thought of what if one of those places contains a secret passageway, which is how I could get to the Mad Mage's Isle. This can't possibly be. Actually, it could be. This is pretty goth. No. But oh, the ritual blooding device. Well, hold on to this, Dupre. Just in case we decide we want to create the forbidden thing. Do some classic looking for secret doors. Nope. Try some walking through invisible doors. Or not invisible doors. False walls. Walls that are visible, but otherwise not anything. Doesn't look like it. Well, redouble my efforts to find... I think there's another place, and if I can find it, maybe that's Mortegra's place. Or maybe we just wrap up saying, at least we have more focus for our efforts next time. This does not seem to be it. But it was something once. How was that? Oh, it's just a horrible trap. Oh my goodness. This is not good. I'm not sure what's going on here, but let's steal the necklace. Elo, maybe Gwenno will like this. Statue. Okay, it's not a real spider. Oh, that is, though. And there's spider silk here. We'll just remember that's there, because right now we don't need reagents for any reason. Light those candles. But no, okay. I thought, what if that place on the outskirts is not the entrance to freedom, but actually the other thing? No such luck. Probably not supposed to steal that bread. Even though I would only be stealing it to feed my starving companions. No sign of Frigiditza. I don't want to hear about your hunger. Shut up. No sign of this Stefano. There's a key there, but I can't imagine the automaton wants me to take the key. And yet I am cognizant of the possibility that they've gotten too far afield from remembering that their games are supposed to be about the virtues. Don't mind me, Gustachio. Mainly just here to slay another whatever. Okay. Let's take this magic scroll of summon. Perhaps I will one day have a spell book again. Really, it serves this guy right for being so arrogant. He never has time for us. Wait. Does Mortegro just live upstairs? No. That's just a rooftop with a nice view into the greenhouse. Okay. All right. Well, geez. Who's starving? It's only me. I'll have some carrots. I hope that alone is enough. It seems to be. We've gained lots of experience. We're a friend of the Necromage. Not such good friends that we know where he lives. We have leads. And the thing is, I feel like just beyond these leads, there's some like eventfulness coming. Meeting the Mad Mage, becoming a mage, getting spellcasting back, getting cast into the Mountains of Freedom. Yeah. More eventful times are ahead is what I'm saying. This was fun. I always have fun playing Ultima. So far, at least. We'll see if that holds. All the way through Ultima 9. Probably not. Yeah. But I think more exciting times are coming in episode 7. Lucky number 7. I hope. At any rate, I guess we'll find out. What's coming up here as I wrap up? Let me tell you about it. On Tuesday, barring some, new infestation or infection befalling either of us, Greg will be here, and we're going to be beating him up. We're playing Mutation Nation by SNK, and let me just tell you the other one. Games to play, Riding Fight by Taito. Sounds like it might be like a motorcycle beat 'em up or something, or horseback beat 'em up. Who knows? Then next Friday, we're back to Friday Night Frosthaven on Friday. Always a very special episode. We are cooking so far in our third attempt at the Elemental Cores scenario, and I remain hopeful that we're just going to just keep it going. We did 9 rounds last night after having averaged 3 rounds per session in the first 3 times we attempted the scenario. It really did. But, you know, Taito is a classic arcade developer. So if they followed in the footsteps of the wait, hold on. I don't think Cycle Warriors was Taito. Let me look. Cycle Warriors. No, Cycle Warriors was Tatsumi, who's Big Fight, Big Trouble in the Atlantic Ocean we just played. Yeah. So there's that. Next Saturday, we had to take a week off this week because me and Danielle were wrapping up our Numenera campaign with my buddy O West. But we did that. And now next Saturday, hopefully, we'll be wrapping up Roger Wilco's first trilogy of adventures. We're playing Space Quest 3, The Pirates of Pestilon, a game that you could critique in one notable way. It literally doesn't have a plot. But otherwise, a game I'm really enjoying. And I'm looking forward to getting back to it. And I'm even more excited if we finish it, because then it's time, after quite a while since I didn't even live here when I started playing Star Control 2. And it's been quite some time. I've been in this room doing the streams. But next on the agenda on Saturdays, Star Control 3. We're going to dive in, see. It's a game that was very well reviewed when it came out and has a very poor, retrospective reputation. We're going to find out which of those it deserved, if either. And more importantly, perhaps, with Free Stars, the true spiritual sequel to Star Control 2 from the original developers, and friend of the stream, Pebby, as lead programmer, coming out next year. We have that coming. Want to be able to compare it to the, at the time, real sequel, Star Control 3. So look forward to that. And before you know it, it'll be Sunday again. We'll be back in the Serpent Isle here in Moonshade, but hopefully not only in Moonshade. Hopefully we'll at least find a passageway up to the north and onward and upward in the Avatar's adventures. It's where we've been, and that's where we're going. So, hey, check it out. If you stuck around to the end, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you came and you left, you cannot hear my voice. But I'm glad you stopped by anyway. So thanks for stopping by. And until the next time, when we're just really, really, really hoping that someone will answer our questions about the purported secret tunnels, take care of yourselves and be kind to everyone you meet.